Hello students, this video is on section 2.4, adding mixed numbers. We looked earlier at how to add fractions, both fractions with a common denominator and fractions without a common denominator, which is really just switching into a common denominator in order to add them. That's the only way we're able to add or subtract fractions. We're only on adding right now. But there is another type of problem that you'll see, and that's adding mixed numbers. So it works basically the same way as adding fractions with and without denominators, but there's an extra component to it. So I'll do a few example problems, and that's about it for this video. If you have further questions or aren't sure where I'm getting some of my work here, please ask during class. The first example I'll do for you is 2 2/5 plus 3 3/10. Okay, so 2 2/5, 3 3/10, those denominators are not alike. So before we can do any work, we will make them common denominators. 5 and 10, our denominator is going to end up being 10. So I'm going to just rewrite everything. The whole number is the same. That's not changing. But now I'm going to have a 10 here. And how I got a 10 was by multiplying here by 2. So I'll do the same thing here and get 4. And then I'll add 3 3/10. And just like if we were adding any other numbers with more than one digit, 41 and 83, we start on the right side. Okay, so we would start normally with 1 and 3 to get 4, and 4 and 8 to get 12. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with mixed numbers. You start on the right, which is meaning you're going to work with the fractions first. 4/10 plus 3/10 is 7/10. If that's confusing, go back, watch the previous video. It's really important that that's quick for you and not difficult. So we've used the fractions. Now we'll work with the whole numbers. 2 plus 3 is 5. That's our answer, 5 7/10. Okay. All right, another example is what if we have just a whole number and a mixed fraction? So if we have 6 plus 2 2/3, don't overthink this. Our whole numbers are 6 and 2. The fraction's kind of along for the ride. So 2 2/3 and no fraction added together is 2/3. 2 plus 6 is 8. Okay, not difficult. The fraction is still the same fraction because we haven't changed it by adding another piece to it. Okay. Another type of fraction that you might see is where you'll have to carry, which and sometimes we have to do that in regular addition as well. So here's an example where we'll have to carry 7 5/9 plus 2 7/12. Okay, so right away I can tell I need to change this. The denominators are not the same. The whole numbers will not change when I change the denominators, but this is what I'm going to get. 9 and 12 both go into 36. If you can't come up with that off the top of your head, you're going to be finding the least common multiple of 9 and 12. You'll find that it's 36. So 7 stays the same. 9 becomes 36 by multiplying by 4. So we do the same to the numerator. 5 times 4 is 20. Plus, the 2 stays the same. The 12 becomes the 36 because I multiply by 3. Therefore, I must multiply the numerator 7 by 3 to get 21. Okay? When I add 20/36 and 21/36, I get 41/36. and 7 plus 2 is 9. However, 41/36 is an improper fraction. I can't have an improper fraction built in with a mixed number, so I must reduce that and then combine our whole numbers to get just a mixed number. So there's 136 and 41. So this is equal to 9 and 1, and when I take that 36 out of there, I end up with 5 over 36. Okay? My final answer here is 10 and 5/36. So the reason for that is my fractions, when added together, made up more than one, an improper fraction. And so 41/36 becomes 1 and 5/36, but we had a 9 as well, so it's 9 and 1 and 5/36, so we get 10 and 5/36. Okay? If you have any questions about how to add mixed numbers, how to carry like that, please make a note of it in your notes, and we will talk about it at the beginning of next class.